In this video, we will look at some of the best ways that you can use to improve your IELTS speaking score. So, let's get started. Now, the way this video will work is in two ways. First, I will explain a tip or a piece of advice. Then I will explain how you can use this tip to get a higher score. So, for example, if I say that one of the tips is to speak to a friend in English, that tip alone won't actually help you. So again, I will explain the tip and then explain how to use the tip. So let's jump straight into the first tip. Now, the first tip is to watch TV shows or American or English movies. Now, if you're very new to the English language, then I suggest you do this with the subtitles on. Watching TV shows will help you understand the best way to use speed when speaking, the best tone to use, intonation, even body language. And you want to try to copy these things. So, for example, when someone asks you, "Oh, how are you feeling today?" you don't just want to say, "Yes, I'm feeling very good." What you want to do is add a bit of emotion in there. Change your pitch. So, your answer might be something like, "Yes, I'm feeling absolutely amazing." Can you see the difference? Now, a TV show that I definitely recommend that you watch is Friends. It's on Netflix. I'm sure you can find episodes on YouTube as well. If you've already watched this or if you like it, hit that like button to let me know, because this is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. Now, let's move on to the next tip, and that's to read books. But there's a catch here. You want to read your books out loud. Now, reading books has so many benefits. Don't worry if you do not understand what you're reading just yet. Our aim here is to improve our speaking. So we're not so fussed about the reading. Now, you might be thinking, well, how does reading help my speaking? Well, I'll tell you how. Reading out loud will force you to say words that you've probably never said before, and also put together sentences that you've never said before. And by doing this over and over again, what you're doing is making yourself feel comfortable speaking English. And through this process, you'll become a much more confident English speaker. And that's what we're aiming for. Now, there are many things that you can read, but the top two things that I suggest you read are newspaper articles, for example BBC articles, and also autobiographies. Now, the reason why autobiographies will help you is because autobiographies are written in the first person. So when you're reading these books out loud, it's as if you're talking about yourself, and that's exactly what you will be doing when you are in the speaking exam, talking about yourself. Now, that nicely brings us on to the next tip, which is to speak at length and also to hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Now, if you are a beginner, here's how you can speak for a long period of time or speak at length. If, for example, somebody asks you, "How are you feeling today?" don't just try to answer things that you've already memorized. For example, don't just say, "Yes, I'm fine." What you want to do is tell the truth, okay? So express your emotion and then use words such as but or however. For example, if somebody were to ask me, "Brick, how are you feeling today?" I would say,
"I'm feeling hungry, but I don't want to eat from this location, so I'll probably just wait till I go home and eat."
Can you see the difference? Another way to improve our speaking is by recording our own voice. You can even do this when reading your books out loud. But just say you don't have a book with you and you just want to record your own voice. What you would do is just speak to yourself. Talk about what you're thinking, but just say your thoughts out loud, okay? So this might sound really strange, but Really, we're kind of doing this all the time anyway. When we're thinking, we're just talking to ourselves. So what you want to do is just put your thoughts onto your mouth and say your thoughts out loud. And when you record your voice, you will realize that maybe I sound even better than I thought. I don't know why I'm feeling so nervous. Or you might find silly mistakes that you probably never knew you made. For example, long pauses. I like to eat chocolates. So the benefit of recording your own voice is that you'll be able to understand your strengths and weaknesses a lot better. Now this next tip is like gold. There's something in the English language called intonation. Intonation is basically where the pitch of our voice changes depending on what we say. For example, when asking a question, the pitch of our voice might change towards the end of the question, just like this. Are you hungry? Did you see that hungry part? I had to change the pitch of that. So when you're speaking, you want to keep in mind the intonation. Another way we can use intonation is when to express things we love or hate. For example, if I love this iPhone, I'm not just going to say I love the iPhone. I'm going to say
I love the iPhone.
Can you see the difference? I'm adding in intonation into my speech. Or you might say I hate the iPhone. What you don't want to do is sound like this.
In 1930, the Republican-controlled House of Representatives, in an effort to alleviate the effects of the the Great Depression, passed the a tariff bill.
By thinking about intonation when speaking, you'll keep the listener engaged for a much longer period. Again, this will help you with your speaking score. Oh, and also, by using intonation, you can keep the listener engaged for much longer and a lot of mistakes go unnoticed. But shh, I didn't tell you that. Now, if you benefited from this video, please hit that like button because it really shows me what type of content that you would like to see, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.